congratulations from
I agree with Timothy Bradley was saying, and
Robeisy Ramirez.
I think Robeisy Ramirez could have got him out of there if he wanted to. But did he want to? I don't know. His fighting style's a little.
Let's take a look at the work he did today.
Hold on, we'll talk about it. It's early.
It was impressive work. I'm not gonna lie, it was impressive.
This is from last night.
He looked good in spots, especially with the uppercut. He worked his lead hand a little bit more. Not a whole heck of a lot like I expected.
It's Cuban school, man.
In spots, I want to see a little
You just
bit
be like,
more
let your hands go.
Jabs,
I mean, he's doing it right there.
With the left hand. That's a complete southpaw. And then I noticed that he only moved one way a whole heck of a lot. Now he needs to learn how to move the opposite way. So that way his craft will continue to develop. But decent performance by Robeisy Ramirez. He won this fight.
I'll call it decent.
The numbers say that too, Tim.
It's just that I expected a little bit more,
Out of 519
Maybe it's early.
landed, that's at a 43%.
Maybe I'm a little cranky. I haven't ate yet.
Most importantly, 51% of his power punches, he landed almost 100 more than his opponent, throwing 317.
By the way, please subscribe.
So that type of power
big week
output,
next
you
week
would
in boxing.
expect somebody to go down. Didn't
September the
happen
26th.
tonight, but it wasn't for a lack of trying from Robeisy.
Josh Taylor returns. World Boxing Super Series Cruiserweight Final.
Go back, maybe, incorporate some swimming. Incorporate some swimming. Get a little bit more on your sprint workouts. So that way you'll be able to, have that explosive power.
We got some questions here. Let me mute.
Oh,
they're about to go to the. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the 126-pound division. And I wouldn't be shocked if he's ranked by the WBO by now. Let's go see. Robeisy Ramirez is now 5-1 with 3 KOs. I was at his fight in Philly where he got that upset loss via an early knockdown.
Unanimous decision. Robeisy Ramirez.
I mean, he has some growing to do.
Continues to chug along for Robeisy Ramirez, getting his.
I say they take their time.
Couldn't get the knockout against a man who was stopped by Shakur Stevenson, but nonetheless, Tim, a solid win.
A very solid win. Something to grow on. Go back, watch the tape, review it.
Him and Navarrete. That could be something that can happen within a year or two.
Congratulations.
Speaking of moving forward, it's
Here.
going to be Johnny.
I wonder if they're going to give a post-fight interview. I can fast forward, but I just don't feel like it. So let's see. Last night with the busy schedule between the Showtime card where they took my Boots Enos video, I'm going to do a reshoot of that. I already did my F.A. Jogba video because I had time, and I got to do the main event, Jose Pedraza. So Robeisy Ramirez, he did avenge his loss against Aiden Gonzalez. That was it was here in Philly when he first had lost to him. Early knockdown in round 1, and it was a 4-round fight. So, he fought Felix Caraballo, and I always fucking butcher that name. Caraballo, whatever. Anyway, he fought Shakur Stevenson. I covered that fight just back in June. Stevenson, at 130, Stevenson stopped him in 6. Robeisy Ramirez, if you don't know, Ramirez and Stevenson have history in the Olympics. Basically, this was a big, from Ramirez, it was a big step up, and it was supposed to be, he did win convincingly. He didn't get the knockout, but it would have been, even a bigger story if he did get the knockout, So that was just 3 months ago, a little over 3 months ago, he fought Shakur Stevenson. At 130, this fight took place at 126, where Robeisy Ramirez is currently campaigning. Let's go look at the rankings there at 126 and just tell you who's in charge down there, pretty much what's going on. TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. We cover every single major fight live. We're getting there. My videos are live and uncut. It's a shame that, with the state of boxing right now, that I have to cut back on boxing content to focus more on UFC mixed martial arts, because I run a business here, man. We got it, shit, if it don't make sense, then, Anyway, Gary Russell, 126-pound WBC champion. He wants, he wanted to fight Gary. We don't know what the fuck was going on with the Devin Haney situation. Leo Santa Cruz is fighting at 135 against Tank Davis in a weird situation where it's like they expected for Tank Davis to miss weight. Leo Santa Cruz just needs to let that belt go. Kanju is supposed to be, can he be fighting? I forgot. Kanju, I was just talking about it last week. And then you have Josh Warrington, IBF champion. Emmanuel Navarrete has moved from 122 to 126. He's going to be fighting Ruben Villa for the WBO title that Shakur Stevenson has vacated to move up to 130. That's taking place in October. I forgot the exact date. Is that the 7th or the 14th? I don't remember the exact date. Don't get me started. And Robeisy Ramirez is not ranked yet. I wouldn't be surprised if next month he's ranked, though, because he just fought a guy who fought a world champion in his last fight. So don't be surprised if Shakur Stevenson show up in at least the WBO rankings by next month. Let me fast forward a little bit and see if they get a post-fight interview with Robeisy Ramirez. Long-ass commercial break right there, right? Nope. No interview. All right, well, it is what it is. Solid performance. It's just that, I guess my frustration is, like, it seems as though if he just turned it up just one more notch, he could have probably stopped Caraballo. Just my opinion, of course. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. We cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe.